न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वम् न गुरोरधिकं तपः.
Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Welcome to Amrita Vaibhavam. This is a series of talks, devotional songs, cultural programs, symposiums and discussions by Swamijis, Swaminis, Brahmacharis, Brahmacharinis, householder devotees, children and students of Amrita Vidyalayam and our colleges. Let us now watch today's episode.
In our tradition, there is an Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad, where the Guru gives his teachings to all his disciples, later chooses 2 or 3 of his disciples to repeat the teachings given by the Guru. This way, he ensures that all the disciples get the teachings. This is in fact the technique used by some of our modern educational institutions today. Amma also uses the similar way to give her teachings to all of us.
Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. My infinite prostrations at the lotus feet of Amma and my humble pranams to one and all watching us online. Once, a man was passing through a village and he saw an old man, a very old man, toiling hard in the scorching heat of the sun, planting saplings, taking care of them, watering them and providing them with manure. The man observed the old man for a very long time and then approached him and said, "Sir, surely you know that you will not live to see these trees grow. You are spending so much time taking care of them, but don't you know that it will be long past your time when they bear fruits and you will not be able to enjoy the fruits?" The man smiled at the young man, the old man smiled at the young man and said, "When I was young, I had a lot of fruits. I enjoyed eating fruits, but those fruits did not come from the trees that I grew. My ancestors who had taken time and grown them, who did not live to see them, planted those trees for me, and it is the fruits of those trees that I enjoyed. Similarly, now it is my turn and my duty to plant these trees for the future generations so that they can enjoy the fruits of these trees like I once enjoyed." What a beautiful thought. Most of us pass through life without even having a single thought about how we can give back to the society. We only think about taking and taking from nature and from the society without thinking about how we can contribute to the future generation. The old man from whose mouth these wise words came out was none other than sage Vamadeva. Vamadeva was a very quiet person who spoke very little. So during the last days of his life, his disciples begged him for a piece of advice. It is then that sage Vamadeva recited the beautiful 20 verses which we now know as the Ishavasya Upanishad. The Ishavasya Upanishad starts like this: Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat, which means that it is that divine supreme being who pervades the entire universe, and this entire universe is the manifestation of that one supreme divine being. It is said that Ishavasya Upanishad is one of the most important texts because even if we lose all the Vedas and all our scriptures, if we are able to truly comprehend and truly understand the meaning of these 20 verses, that is the Ishavasya Upanishad, then it is equivalent to learning the entire Vedas. Now, we have Ashwati Chechi, who will be speaking about the nature of human relationships from the instances of Ramayana. Thank you.
Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Today, let's all recollect a story from Ramayana. During their Vanavasa period of 14 years, Bhagavan Rama, Sita Devi, and Lakshmana one day happened to visit the ashram of Atri Maharshi and Anasuya Devi. Atri Maharshi and Anasuya Devi are the divine parents of Dattatreya, and Anasuya Devi is well regarded for her chastity like Savitri. So when they visited the ashram, Atri Maharshi gives advices to Bhagavan Rama and Lakshmana, whereas Anasuya Devi describes the qualities or the various categories of wives to Sita Devi. So according to her, she tells that there are 3 categories of wife. The first one is one whose nature itself is love. That is, she regards her husband as God in a human form, and she loves her husband unconditionally. That is the first category of wife. The second one is she loves her husband because she thinks it's her duty to love her husband. That is the second category of wife. And the third one is the one who considers loving her husband because she thinks that he is the one who is providing everything to her, all the necessity, who satisfies all her necessities. So that is why she is obliged to love her husband. So these are the 3 categories of wife described by Anasuya Devi to Sita Devi. So while we contemplate on this conversation between Anasuya Devi and Sita Devi, one thing that we can remember is all my relatives and family, including my husband, my father, my mother, my brothers and sisters, is being given to us or given to me by God based on my past action. So I accept that they are God's prasadam and I love them. Here, love comes first and duty comes second. That is, it is not just like that. It is my duty to love my father or mother, but instead, I love my father, I love my mother, and therefore it is my duty. That is, love comes first and duty comes second. One best example which we can always look upon is Amma herself. Amma loves all of us, not just because she thinks it is her duty as a mother to love her children, but irrespective of what we are and what we do, Amma loves us unconditionally. That is, love is her true and divine nature. So similarly, let's all try to become Amma and make love our true nature. Om Amriteshwariye Namaha.
Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Once a young couple got married. After their marriage, the bridegroom's father invited a senior sannyasi from an ashram to come and visit their home for a satsang program. When the sannyasi visited their home, the bridegroom's father took the newlywed couples to the sannyasi and said, "Swamiji, please bless them and give them a piece of advice." The sannyasi arranged for 3 dishes to be brought in front of them and then asked the young couple, "Take the first dish and feed it to each other." So when they opened the first dish, it was a box of sweets. The young couple fed each other the sweets, and then the sannyasi said, "Now open the second dish and feed whatever is there inside to each other." When they opened the second dish, it was a box of boiled bitter gourd. When they fed each other, the smile that was there in their faces from the sweets had vanished and it had turned sour. Next, the sannyasi asked them to open the third dish, which was again a box of sweets. They fed each other sweets, and then the sannyasi said, "Look, when you had the first box of sweets, you had a big smile on your face. But when you had to eat the bitter gourd, that smile vanished. Just as you were able to accept the sweets, you should have been able to accept the bitter gourd too. The sweets would have given you a lot of joy, but the bitter gourd is an excellent source of iron, which is a great source of strength for your body." Similarly, in our life too, every individual is a mixture of both positive and negative qualities. Every individual is a mixture of both sweet and bitter. Just as we accept the sweet, we must be able to accept the bitter experiences too. The sweet experiences in our life might give us a lot of joy and happiness, but it is the bitter experiences that make us strong for facing whatever we have to face in our life. So after giving this piece of advice, the newlywed couples were very happy. Then one person from the audience asked, Swamiji, you said that every individual is a mixture of both bitter and sweet. Is there any person who is only sweet? Swamiji then smiled and said, yes, there is one person who is only sweet. And then Swamiji sang, Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipatir akhilam madhuram. These are the lyrics from the famous Madhurashtakam, which says, Adharam madhuram, his lips or his sound is so sweet. Vadanam madhuram, his form is sweet. Nayanam madhuram, hridayam madhuram, his eyes are sweet and his heart is sweet. Gamanam madhuram, nayanam madhuram, his walk is sweet and his eyes are sweet. Madhuradhipate akhiram madhuram, everything about you, O Lord Krishna, is so sweet. Now, let us listen to a beautiful rendition of Adharam Madhuram by Shri Vinod Kumar Uncle and Srimati Manjula Aunty. Thank you.
Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipati akhilam madhuram vachanam madhuram charitam madhuram vasanam madhuram chalitam madhuram chalitam madhuram shravitam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram renu madhura renu madhura pani madhura paro madhura nrityam madhuram sakhyam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram geetam madhuram geetam madhuram bhuktam madhuram suktam madhuram rupam madhuram tilakam madhuram madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram karanam madhuram taranam madhuram haranam madhuram smaranam madhuram मलिदं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ध्यायामोधवलावकुण्ठनवतीं तेजोमयीं नष्टिकीं विग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं समुद्रं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीमथसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरीं ॐ गं गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ गं गणपते नमः ॐ हा सरस्वती नमः ॐ My infinite prostrations at the lotus seat of my Sadguru, Sri Mata Amritageetananda Devi, Universal Teacher, Universal Mother. My humble pranams to Amma's beloved children listening to this talk. We have just heard a very beautiful bhajan of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Madhura Dipate Akilam Madhuram. All human beings are a mixture of positive and negative qualities, but our avatars, Bhagavan Krishna, or any avatar, they are only sweetness. So that is what we have to understand. So I will conclude with the two stories which we tell our children. So when we tell stories to our children, we should also remember that whatever we talk, the difference with the avatars like Amma and whatever they talk, they have a conviction, and that conviction they speak, and whatever they speak, they do in action. They show in their day-to-day activities. So that is what we have to practice. I will tell you just one or two stories which we have told our children. Everybody knows the story of three birds. A person came from another country to the kingdom of Akbar, and he had three toy birds with him, and he told Akbar, O Emperor, I hear that you have very, very, very intelligent ministers in your court. I have three toy birds with me. Let them tell me what is the difference between three birds. So the ministers, every one of them tried all the three birds so identical that they could not identify any difference between three birds. But we know our famous Birbal. Birbal said, please give me the toys. Let me see. And he took the toys, and he asked a thin wire to be brought. And he took the wire, and he asked for the first bird, give me the first bird. He took the first bird and he passed the wire through the ear of the first bird, toy bird. It came out through the other ear. Then he asked for the second bird. When the second bird, he tried the same thing. He put the wire through the ear. It came out through the mouth. And then he asked for the third bird. When the third bird, he tried the same thing. He put the wire through the ear. It went down and pierced the heart of the bird. This story every one of us know, and most of us have told our children also. So the first bird is that whatever we hear, whatever our gurus teach, it goes out through one ear and out through the other. We are not able to practice it. There are others. We have our WhatsApp. When WhatsApp we are going, the moment we get a WhatsApp, we start, instead of reading it, we just forward it. The WhatsApp goes round and round, but never into our mind and hearts. And therefore, second type is those who hear the Guru's teaching and they just preach, they talk. But the third one is very, very rare. Whatever the Guru teaches, that enters the Shravanam through the ears into the mind. It is very well reflected, understood, and by the constant effort, persistent effort, that teachings of the Guru is practiced in one's day-to-day life. That is what we have to achieve. We are talking about Vasudeva Kudumbam. That is the present topic. Vasudeva Kudumbam. This is the entire entire world is one vast family. This is the C20 or G20. Our agenda is Vasudeva Kudumbam, universal family. We can see this didn't start now. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, Imam vivasate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. It goes down like that. Oh Arjuna, I taught this knowledge of everything is one big family. I first taught it to Vivaswan, to the son. Vivaswan manave praha manu ikshakave abravit. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsha vidhu sakayena mahata yogo nashta parandapa. This is the shloka. So it was handed down from father to son, guru to shishya, down the generation. But Sakalena mahata yogo nashta parandapa. So it was gradually it was lost. It became very unpopular. Nobody wanted it. Everybody will go for discourses, listen to discourses, but they never bother to assimilate the teachings and practice it. That should not be. Vasudeva Kudumbam is we have to the first start with the family. I told this many times. Start the family, big family, then the community, and then the country and the entire world. So this one. We have seen the Guru Purnima we have already celebrated Guru Purnima. What was Vyasa's teaching? Everything is Sarvam Kalividam Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Everything is Ishvara. Then now it is Ramana Masam. Here also we can see what was Rama's teaching. During Rama's coronation, not only human beings, sages, gods, demons, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, Asuras, all species of human beings, they were all in Ayodhya as one vast family, one universal family. During Amma's birthday also we can see this, that from all countries we come here as Amma's children, and we are one universal family. So Rama's teaching also, Vyasa's teaching is universal family. Sri Rama's teaching also universal family. Now approaching is the Sri Krishna Jayanti in Bhagavad Gita. We know very well Sri Krishna teaching is the same. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre maniganaiva. Oh Arjuna, I am like a string, and on the string there are all living beings are strung together by me, like beads on a string. That's also universal family, number 3. Then we have when we go to the Shabarimala, there also we can see the same thing. The Peta Tullal in Erimeli, we all become one. I told this also, I have already mentioned. The manager and the employee, the DGP of police and the constable, they all become one. And they say, Swami Tinda Kotum, Ayupa Tinda Kotum, we all become one. So, avatar number 4. And we have in Kerala, we have the greatest of the Advaita Acharya, Sri Shankaracharya. He also said, last but not the least, he also said, Sarvam Kalividam Brahma. Everything is Brahma. So we have 5 avatars. We have 5 avatars have come and gone, but still we are not able to really practice what we call as the Vasudeva Kudumbam, that we are all one. And therefore, remember, we have heard enough. Enough Sravanam has been done already. We have to assimilate and we have to see that we have to really practice. Otherwise, it is like the 3 birds, going in through one ear, going out through the other, or we talk what Amma has taught us, but we never are able to practice. Let us practice. And the second also we can see, one more example, an officer, he tells the story to his the young son and daughter at home. He says, there was a river and a very narrow bridge. One trunk of a tree was only the bridge. 2 goats came together, they were crossing together. There were no place for them to cross. It was very, very narrow. So either one of them had to move. They say, you move, you move. They started fighting, both of them fell into the water. Again, after some time, again two goats came. Again, they also said, you move, you move. But neither of them knew. They started fighting, both of them fell into the water. After some time, another pair of two goats came. They came, they face to face. They knew that it is not possible for us to go. One of us has to move. Therefore, the first goat said, I will do one thing. I will lie down on the bridge. You can slowly step on me and cross and go. There's that one goat slowly lay down on the bridge. The second goat is slowly, carefully stepped over the other goat. He passed. The first goat got up and they went. So, this story we tell our children at home. You first, I second. So the goat lay down and he allowed the other goat to pass and then he went. But when we after that when we go to the office, when we go to our car, take our car and go into the road, what happens? We able to practice. You first. You will surprise when I went to Malaysia. My host was taking me for the program. We got out. When we came to the crossroad, another car came and stopped there. It was a Chinese lady. And we stopped and we looked at each other, and our host said, go on. But the Chinese said, you go on. I was shocked. For the first time I am seeing this. But then the Chinese lady, she saw me. And then we passed first. Here what we see is, when we go into the road, we'll stop the other. Only the traffic police can stop the traffic. Nobody else, no official, nobody can stop. So I cannot put out my hand like then stop the traffic and then I go. So I advise our devotees for driving, if they don't do like this, they say, just a minute. Just a minute, and after you cross, thank you. First, before you cross, just a minute, please. And then you cross and say, thank you. So I am nearer to I am nearer to the center of the road, so let me cross first. So that is what we have to see. So the true stories I have told you. Therefore, practicing what we preach, Amma's teachings, we have to assimilate and practice. Then only it will create a Vasudeva Kudumbam. So let us pray to Amma to make our minds clear, pure and concentrated, so that we can go deep. We can analyze Amma's teachings and we can feel that they are all one. And then let us pray together to Amma to create a Vasudeva Kudumbam. Om Amritageetananda Namaha. Om Loka Samasta Stikano Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Stikano Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Stikano Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.